Who knows?
Wow.
Who knows?
So good.
By the way, that Jimmy Butler China tour looks insane. He got hit with a shoe though.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I think they were trying to get his autograph, and some kid just threw a shoe and hit him right in the face.
Can I tell you, people are just throwing things now.
You can't do that.
It's just strange.
You can't do that in a crowd. But
What
I
am
mean,
supposed to do?
it is a mob. The thing is with that kid with his shoe, like if he hits Jimmy Butler in the face, how does he get his shoe back? You think he's just like, it was me?
Yeah,
because someone else is going to claim that shoe.
Bro, and then like people do that with their phones now. I see they throw their phones at an artist.
Why?
Like, what am I? Do you want me to give you back this phone? You
I
just
don't know.
threw it at me.
I saw my girl Miranda Lambert. She reprimanded some people at a concert for taking a selfie while she was singing a song.
What? A selfie?
Yeah, a lot of people thought that Miranda Lambert was out of line. I didn't think she was.
Really? Why? I mean, it's
Well,
just a
listen, you're an
selfie.
artist. You're there performing.
Here's
and
what
it's an
people
emotional
think.
song.
Here's what people think.
Oh.
Here's what people think. They figure they bought a ticket. They could do whatever the hell they want.
Right.
And that's, but just because you get to do whatever you want doesn't mean everybody else is then having a good time.
Look, I'm not gonna be like when I was at the Dirks Bentley concert. I threw up the cell phone a few times.
Yeah.
Wait. Tobin is Miranda Lamb Chop.
My favorite though was that from Dade South? No, that was from Schmeathen's. My favorite from Dade South was Cater Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Point for
So I get it. Like I throw up put some hooks up on the IG story. I'm not against it. I'm not against you having your cell phone out. Like Robbie used to get crazy about this.
Robbie's like, why are you at the concert if you're just there to record?
Yeah, we have some fun. But like if she's singing an emotional song, in the feels, I don't know if that's the best time for a fake group selfie with Miranda Lambert in the background. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. But
I just know if you're there to enjoy something, if you're trying to film it, you're not enjoying it.
Yeah, I've been guilty of that, and I'm thinking now how many concert videos I've reviewed.
None.
I haven't looked back at any of mine either.
I do, but I take video. I do.
I think it's just to show off that I was having fun with Mrs. Tobin.
Are you having fun while you're videotaping?
We were having a great time.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I see the pictures you guys take.
It's just in the
That's
flow of
fine.
things. It doesn't matter.
Like
Like
the video, you hold the video. Are you really enjoying your wife?
Dude.
It's video proof.
We were having a great time because then she's like, flip it on us, and we're singing the hook. It's a good time.
Robert Bunt. Pleasant Bunt Cake.
Oh, look, there's the devil himself.
Oh, look who it is.
He
Who is
just-
he accusing?
He just
of
looked like he
cheating?
just got done taking some souls from people.
He looked like
Yep. Like he's accusing someone else of cheating.
No, why are you like
So then do him and Kirby Smart on the same day?
no chance. No chance.
No, Kirby Smart did yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
Shouldn't Kirby Smart get to go last though?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the champ.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Right.
Anyway, so speaking of clowns, this
Oh.
Daryl Morey, you hear him yesterday? So Daryl Morey was on 97.5 in Philly and was asked about the James Harden situation. Would you like to hear what highfalutin Daryl Morey had to say about his disgruntled star, who, by the way, also only has one team list, but nobody has a problem with it?
Who?
James Harden.
Also third.
James Harden only wants to go to Houston?
Clippers.
Clippers. Okay.
Clippers.
Oh, no more Houston, huh?
No, Houston. I think the word was Ime Udoka didn't want him.
I feel like Ime Udoka.
I can see it.
Do some good things down there.
Whoa.
But man, does he have some crap talent.
Here is Daryl Morey.
I thought by him opting in, that really helped you. I thought that was great for us.
Well, I think James is a very good player. And right now, unfortunately, he does prefer to be somewhere else. I do have a long relationship with him.
Yeah.
I'm attempting to honor that. But the reality is, if we do look at a trade, it's going to be for one of two things. It's either going to be for a player who continues to help us be right there like we were last year, up 3-2 on one of the best teams in the East, the Celtics. Obviously, we didn't get it done, but James was a big part of why we got it to 3-2. Or we're going to do it for something where we get enough, draft picks and things like that in a deal such that we can then turn those into a player who it can be a running mate with Joel as well. But if we don't get, either a very good player or something that we can turn into a very good player, then we're just not going to do it.
All right. Well,
Different circumstances though
Is
than with
how so?
because he opted in.
So they're both under contract. What's the difference?
No. You misunderstand what I'm saying. He had an opportunity if he really wanted to leave to opt out.
Mhm.
He did not. Right? So James Harden believes he opted in to let you get to trade me so you could get something for me.
Right.
That's all fine and great. But then you can't determine what they get in return.
The
It's a
Sixers
different-
can't.
The James Harden can't tell them, oh, that's good enough. Like, it's a different situation. It's not like Dame. Dame's got 3 or 4 years left.
Mhm.
Okay? James Harden, if he really wanted to be somewhere else, he could have just opted out.
If he
But
wanted
the
to be,
fact that he opted in gives the Sixers a little more leverage in that they can wait to get what they want.
no, I think with the Sixers more I don't think the Sixers have more leverage. I think that like the only thing is that he's gone. Like Daryl Morey has shown a willingness to go into a season with a disgruntled star because he just did that with Ben Simmons.
Right.
But I don't necessarily think he has any more leverage in a trade. If anything, I'd say he has probably less, like because James Harden is one, getting up there. 2, he's not under contract, so you don't really have him guaranteed past this year anyway.
Oh, here we go. Dame signed a long contract. If he didn't want to be there, he shouldn't have signed an extension. I get that. I understand that. But part of the reason why he did it, because that's 63 for that last year. And keep in mind, when Dame signed that extension, he wasn't where he is now. Okay? We always thought that Dame was just going to stay there forever.
Mm.
Right? So things changed after he signed that. It wasn't a situation where he signed the extension and said trade.
That's the thing where I would say, like, if you have a difference between the both of them, I think that people don't have a problem with James Harden doing this is because it's James Harden. Nobody's requested more trades than James Harden. Like, you're just used to it.
Right.
Which is kind of weird. Like, you think if he's saying, oh, we're going to do right by, we're going to try and honor James Harden, which is kind of crazy. Like, you would even honor James Harden in that situation. Not that anybody else wants him because he's a fat bum who's never going to win an NBA championship. But, like, if you're Daryl Morey, I'd be like, hey, dude, I already got you here. You wanted to be here. And now it's like, oh, now you want to. The thing that with Damian Lillard, like, you can say what's right or wrong. Oh, boo-hoo, he signed the contract. But the thing that's crazy about it is Damian Lillard has done nothing but earn max money the entire time he's been in the league.
Correct.
Like, you're not doing anything special by paying Damian Lillard.
Right.
All right. Damian Lillard is not a guy like Bradley Beal who's getting wildly overpaid. Damian Lillard has been nothing but an elite player since he's been on the Trailblazers. Trailblazers haven't done anything special by paying him a lot of money. Everybody would pay Damian Lillard a ton of money.
Right.
And he's held himself up as nothing but a professional. And you guys chose not to build around him.
Correct.
Not him.
Correct.
All he's been saying the entire time is, get me some people who are legally able to drink who can also help me win some games. And you're like, teenagers. And you shut them down last year.
Okay.
So that's, to me, the big difference of it is like, it's not a case of leverage, more leverage, what's an easier guy to trade or whatever. But I think it's crazy that people are actually having a problem with Damian Lillard saying, eat it, but not James Harden,
Right.
who, like, this guy has done this move now 3 straight years.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, Javon Hollandaise. Durham Smythe.
Stop. Enough already with the fat jokes.
Raheem Mustard.
Point for Twitcher.
I don't know how we started this, right? Duke's Paella.
You know how you started it.
No, I did not. It wasn't me. Blame Dade South.
Chapo says at least Morey is straight up about the situation.
Yeah.
But he's also he's equally as unreasonable.
He's equally as unreasonable.
Like, you could say
he's making it sound like
it's really.
Wait, he's making this. Wait, and here's the deal. Here's what you have to people have to understand. If he was that much of a hot commodity, there's no way in hell he would have opted in.
Right.
He would have went and signed that
course.
big money. So while we thinking that he has the leverage to only want to go to one team, he really doesn't, because he wasn't going to make this kind of money if he had opted out. So
Soap141 says, damn, Jimmy got hit in the head with a shoe. Yeah, we talked about that last hour.
Right?
Hit in the head with a shoe,
Why
dude.
do people do that?
And China's very excited to see Jimmy Butler.
Is he supposed to sign it? Is that what they want?
I think so. I think that's the
And
idea.
then what? Give it back?
Yeah, I don't know.
You hit me with this. It's so strange.
If you loved me that much, though, that you threw a shoe at me, like, I feel like, I got to get in on that.
Do you do a shoey? Is that the first thing?
That's Australia, dude. Like that's you can't they'd just be confused. If you were if Jimmy was doing a tour in Australia, yeah, he'd do a shoe with a koala on his shoulder. Then it would make sense.
Okay. Yeah, but in China can't do it out of the Li Ning.
They love basketball in Australia. I'm surprised nobody ever does an Australian tour.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's just too many things can kill you over there, so they're scared.
That's very true. Very scary over there. Very scary
Down
over there.
under.
Speaking of the Heat, by the way, you know what's been funny? It's been funny just listening to all media members with ties to Boston just dismiss the Miami Heat. Especially, here's the new thing. This is the thing that it's been interesting, the waves that this has gone with the Damian Lillard talk. Because first it was, it's not fair. He's going to the Heat. No. And then it's like, suck on it, Heat. You don't get to get him. And then it's gotten to the point where it's, well, even if they get him, how good are they really going to be? Which is
the only person saying that's Paul Pierce.
It was. You know what? You're right. It was until now. Until now.
Who else is saying
his tag team partner has joined in?
McCollum?
No.
What does he have to do with Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Dame.
Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins is dismissing the Heat as the favorites in the East.
Fraud.
Even if they get Damian Lillard. And just wanted to be known, Kendrick Perkins.
Fraud.
This is your take from here on out. Don't come to me in the middle of the season and be like,
them dogs.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah. Here's Kendrick Perkins just on NBA Today.
Feels like there's a little bit of wiggle room perk at the top of the East.
Well, not exactly. It's not too much wiggle room. And look, one thing about it is that I will not come on here and disrespect the Heat culture, Eric Spoelstra, and Jimmy Butler. But I will say this. They're not the favorites, nor would I have them the favorite, even if they picked up Damian Lillard. The Milwaukee Bucks, the way that they're currently constructed, we know what Giannis is going to bring to the table. And let's be honest, right? Part of being able to get to the finals and winning the championship, you have to be lucky with health. And we know that Giannis Antetokounmpo, he missed a few games in that series. And even when he came back, he still wasn't 70% healthy. So now you look at Chris Middleton. He finally get an off season. I have everything invested into the Milwaukee Bucks this upcoming season as far as representing the Eastern Conference. I don't want to disrespect the Miami Heat, but even if they get Damian Lillard and they was to face this Milwaukee Bucks team again, I'm picking Milwaukee in the series, and I'm picking Milwaukee to go on to the NBA Finals and represent the East.
It is a funny thing that I like. I love to continue to hear about how the Heat weren't unlucky with health, even though Tyler Hero broke his hand in the first playoff game and was out for the remainder of the playoffs, who was their third leading scorer last year. I love to continue to hear about the luck that the tremendous luck the Miami Heat had with health, even though Josh Hart turned into Kurt Angle and decided to wreck Jimmy Butler's ankle in the middle of the Knicks series, which, by the way, was the second round series. Yeah. I, again, continue to love to hear about how other teams had bad luck with health, but the Miami Heat had good luck with health. There's a difference. Okay? One team loves to make excuses. The other, they don't live in excuse land. We have enough. That's where they live. And yet, we'll continue to sit here and talk about Giannis's back, boo-hoo. We'll talk about Jalen Brunson's ankle, boo-hoo. We'll talk about Jason Tatum, boo-hoo. But for the Miami Heat, Tyler Hero hear this one out. Tyler Hero got hurt. That actually made you better. What? It's crazy. Like, that's just the funny thing we love to spin about. Here's the other thing that's funny. Tyler Hero got hurt, like, literally at the beginning of the playoffs. And everybody's like, well, that's when the Miami Heat went on their run. No, dum-dums. Their run was from the start. You don't get to say a run switched when it happened immediately. They had to do it the entire time without him. We don't know. Maybe they would have played better against a team like Denver if Tyler Hero would have been better. Maybe they wouldn't have gone 7 games with the Boston Celtics, even though they get up 3-0 on them. I mean, like, and they needed a miracle to get it to 7 games. Yeah. So, like, it's okay. You guys continue to do this. You continue to go out there. Now you're doing, let's dismiss the Heat with Damian Lillard because Lillard's not even that good. Even though everybody immediately was freaking out because they're like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Even Kendrick Perkins was one of these guys out there. He goes, I don't think it's right that you get to pick one team. Get out of here, dude. Let me tell you something right now. If one of those teams was the Lakers or the Celtics, and they could have gone to your idol LeBron or your favorite, the Beantowners, trust me when I tell you, Kendrick Perkins would have had no problem with a one-team list. Ridiculous.
I mean, didn't he really say when they got Porzingis that they were the favorites?
Who knows? I think he makes everybody the favorites all season. But the Bucks, let me ask you something. Do you think it's out of the realm of possibility that Drew Holiday still to this day is waking up in a cold sweat thinking about what Jimmy Butler did to him?
I think one of the things that we need to really look at is it always seems like a lot of these teams are really good, but it always seems like the team that gets the most of a break is more energized for that following year. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing. So very rarely are you like, I'd be interested to see how well Denver's going to do in the West this year.
Yeah, I didn't like Bruce Brown saying what he said either.
What did he say?
He basically said that they laid down in game 2. And I was like, all right, Bruce, enough already, dude. You won the championship. You don't got to add salt to the wound.
I got you.
That guy got paid, by the way.
Who?
Bruce Brown.
What did he get?
Like 2 years, 44.
Yeah.
Which completely goes against what happened at the parade.
Yeah, Michael Malone, nice try.
Great recruiting there, but
and Bruce isn't going anywhere. He's not
going
anywhere. I'm going to Indiana.
Somebody said Giannis went 38 and 20 at 70%. Stop acting like he all of a sudden. What is he going to do more?
He's going out there. Yeah. How about that game where Giannis Antetokounmpo missed 15 free throws?
Yeah, I remember there was a guy, can't remember his name, Jimmy Butler. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do you remember what he did to Drew Holiday? He screamed at Drew, I own you.
Screamed at him.
He's like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Get him out.
My favorite is not him.
Not him. He did horrible things to Drew Holiday that I think Drew Holiday probably still wakes up having nightmares of.
Was that worse than Tobias Harris over me?
Love Jimmy Butler, but now he's saying playoff Jimmy's gonna be better.
Yeah.
Perk wants to say Bucks.
I think playoff Jimmy will be better because he'll be healthier
and he'll have Dame.
Yeah, and his hips won't lie.
He won't have to.
That's a point.
Point for Marco.
Back after this.